When did that kind of transition to, let's take Thailand serious, let's make this a home?
So in that first outing when we were out here, when we came for the fat camp, we were initially going to stay for 4 weeks and just, because it was just on the way home. So you could just call into Thailand, train for 4 weeks and then get back to Melbourne. I ended up staying for 9 months in that 4 week stint. So yeah, I had 3 fights in that 9 months. And then from there, it was just like, how do I work on making this like a permanent move or a semi-permanent move? And I was just from there, I was doing 6 months back in Australia because I was working in unionised construction. So it was very, very good pay and stuff like that. So I'd work for 6 months and then come over here for 6 months, go back. And I did that for on and off for 4 years. And then obviously from there, made really, really good relationships with people out here that are still here. Like after that first barbecue beatdown fight, I went to Patong and that's when I first met Woody. So it's just like, when people would see us together, they're like, there's no way you guys are friends, like the way we talk to each other. And like, but the first night we're at what used to be called Seduction. It was like one of the main nightclubs out here. And he came up to me and I just fought at the beatdown, and he's like, you're a big buffoon. And I went, yeah, you're right. And he goes, all right, well, should we go have a beer? I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then from that day onwards, he's been one of my best friends. So just, so Woody was one of those people that I credit a lot of my Phuket life to. Because when I was even like, contemplating coming back, I'd ask him, what's the best way to do things. And he'd already been here for, I think, 2 years before. Well,
he would have been working at Tiger while you were training there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So he was the head of strength conditioning when I was there. So yeah, like I said, I credit him to a lot of the things that have kind of come through there. Because after about 3 to 4 years of training on and off, coming over 6 months at a time and things like that, he was the one that put me forward for the sponsorship for the fight team, and George and that all agreed that it was a good fit because, well, at the time they fucking threw me in for being a punching bag for like Mark Hunt and Khalil Roundtree and all that stuff, but it's what I wanted, you know what I mean? It was awesome. So like those boys were, played a really, really iconic role in making my Phuket life kind of kickstart.
Yeah, and just for context for the audience, he's talking about Andrew Woody, which is one of the head strength and conditioning coach over at Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA. Also strength and conditioning coach for guys such as he's working with Volkanovski. He was on Ultimate Fighter. He's the strength S&C coach for Rafael Fiziev and many other big name fighters. And also you referred to George Hickman from the Hickman brothers, who is the head MMA coach over at Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA. Just in case people hear these words, who the hell are those guys?
So they're like Phuket old heads.
Yep. So that advice you're getting from Woody, you're kind of going back and forth between construction. What was kind of the game plan or the roadmap to make a permanent move here? Was it purely on the sponsorship fighter so that, you're not paying for the training, you're able to kind of at least live here where you're not burning your own savings? Yeah,
well, there's a misconception about being a sponsored fighter where everyone thinks it's the be-all and end-all of, your combat, career and things like that. Tiger was fantastic to me because I was kind of like in like a limbo situation. I wasn't on like they took part of my contract or anything like that, which I was really grateful for because I was there to be a body to help all these big guys that no one else could help with sparring, like they had Mark Hunt, the Tougher brothers, Bam Bam Tuivasa, like Khalil Roundtree and all that were all there at the time. So, but yeah, so a lot of people with the sponsorship idea think that, it's the greatest thing in the world, but you become not property because that's, it's a bad term to say, but you have to be there all day, every day. You have to make sure that you're doing extras. Otherwise, that opportunity can be taken from you. It's a job. If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.